Why would an alien invasion be actually good for the society as a whole? If you've been following American news, there were hearings of two pilots who were allegedly seeing aliens. So apparently it's confirmed now they are existing. So they also came to the Earth, and some of them stayed here apparently, so they didn't survive. And they might be gathering intelligence about how the Earthlings are, what we're doing here on the Earth. Is it worth it to keep the human civilization alive at all? And if you believe it or not, let's put it out of the framework of this video. So here, I will only be talking about the fact that what it could mean for the humanity as a whole, for the human civilization, that aliens exist, and if they would actually come to Earth and try to harm us or do something with us, right? So let's just assume that they exist and see what the implications would be. What implications would be and why I think there might be benefits of aliens and of them even being aggressive and coming here, unless they're so technologically advanced that they will just enslave all of us instantly, is that currently humanity is quite distracted with a lot of different issues, right? Like mostly every country is very nationalistic, it's very egoistic, unless they have some forms of collaboration like European Union, for example, or the rest of African unions as well, or BRICS or whatever. They're pretty much focused on their own well-being, right? Like our country, our people, we have to have the best, etc., etc., pp. The thing is, there is nothing wrong with it in general, if you look at it as a very specific case. So, there is this saying, if everyone takes care of themselves, then as a whole, everyone will be happy. This works for individuals, but it doesn't work for countries, right? So if China, for example, is very good by themselves, but they're polluting the whole planet with the CO2, then it's not just their problem and not their happiness, but actually health of the whole world population that is on stake, right? And there are many countries in the world who are just overdoing their CO2 emissions and just endangering everyone else. So even if, let's say I'm here right now in Germany, in the wonderful Berlin, if Berlin is the cleanest city in the world in terms of low pollution levels and good air quality, good water quality, etc. pp. It will not help Berlin to survive if the whole rest of the world is actually doing all the possible shit to the environment, right? So yeah, you got my point, right? Then there is ecology, there are wars, there is hunger. So there are a lot of things where countries are rather acting out of political benefit at the back of their mind instead of actually having the benefit of the Earth as a whole in focus of their actions. And let's imagine there is an external threat coming, right? So for example, if a country is attacked from the outside, people who were maybe a little bit alienated towards each other, they will come together to protect themselves. And the same, I believe, would happen if there would be an external threat, an extraterrestrial, how we could call it, threat to the Earth and to the human civilization. I believe that this would lead to a stronger communication and collaboration between different countries. So there would be this experience of unified defense from the human civilization. So China, US, Russia, Ukraine, Germany, NATO, whoever, everyone actually would come together to talk, because their existence and their survival would be obviously at stake. Interestingly, the whole sustainability topic, right, the environmental protection, actually has everyone's survival at stake, but it's not as apparent, it's not as direct. It's like smoking, right? Like people smoke. If you would die from just smoking one cigarette, most probably no one would smoke unless you're suicidal. But it has postponed effect of negative impact, right? And if you're having this postponed effect that the environmental protection or environmental destruction actually has, right? Destroying the forests in Amazonia does not kill us directly, but it kills us slowly through decreasing the quality of oxygen all around the world, right? These are the lungs of the world. then people are still preferring to put their greed, their financial interest in front of the actual societal or even humankind's benefit. And yeah, so if these kind of things, they're not bringing people together strongly enough because there is this postponed benefit or postponed danger, an alien invasion would actually mean that there is a direct, immediate threat to the whole humankind. Right? If you watch I think it's called Independence Day, this American movie where aliens are coming and then there is the pigeon flying and then they start just killing everyone. So in this kind of threat, usually it happens in US, but if it happens in reality, they might come to the US as they've been apparently through all the movies, coming there all the time, and there is something energetically attractive towards the for the aliens. But if they would come, it would mean for the whole world that we're endangered. It doesn't matter where you live. They might come a little bit later to you, but we actually need to unify as a humankind, right? So I believe that this immediate threat of just extinction of the whole humankind would bring all the governments together, would bring them to collaborate, would bring them to communicate with each other, would bring them to bring peace to the world to address this external threat. And as I already said, if the threat is just too big and they will extinguish us just like and take the earth, then of course we cannot do anything about that. But if it's possible for us to defend ourselves as humankind, then all the countries will have to unite to address the threat. And this can have also positive consequences. If we lose, we're not talking about that, we'll just be enslaved probably and taking for experiments. Let's fingers crossed that it doesn't happen. But if we manage to defend ourselves, I believe that this could be a step towards a better future for the whole planet, for the whole humankind, because this experience of everyone uniting towards a common external extraterrestrial enemy would just teach us how to work together on big issues. And if we will already have established peace, then this peace might be also staying for a longer time, right? For example, there was, we all know in the 40s, there was a huge war in Europe, right? The World War II. But now everyone, or almost everyone who was involved in this war, including Germany, are a part of the alliance, a part of the NATO, a part of the European Union, right? So this kind of precedents, while they're horrible, obviously no one wants the next war, right? Like, let's put it aside. I'm totally against all wars, totally pacifistic. But if we look at it from that perspective, every kind of huge conflict created more safety afterwards, right? There were a lot of victims through this conflict. Like, if it could have been prevented, then it would have been great, but it happened. Afterwards, it led to a bigger safety. And if something that happens with aliens, with this extraterrestrial threat, then it might be very well that it will lead to worldwide peace and better collaboration and more of this earth ownership from all the governments together, right? They would realize, hey, together we're stronger, we can actually communicate, we can collaborate, we can unite if there is an external need for that. That's why I think that an alien invasion, like a minor one, let's say, minor one from the perspective of the aliens, so not an invasion where we all get just completely blasted with their super modern warfare, but like a minor one, or let's say a mediocre alien invasion, which we can protect ourselves from as a humanity, might be actually good. And aliens, if you're watching this video, if you're listening to this, please don't attack us. We are peaceful. Well, we're not peaceful. I cannot bullshit aliens. They know everything. But yeah, so if you're watching this, please don't attack us. Even the safety afterwards, it's not worth what would happen if you attack us. So please do your other things. I don't know, go to another planet. We're actually fine. I think we can figure it out with better leadership, with some more leadership coaching for some of this world's leaders who are not that peaceful as they should be. But yeah, this is my take. Please let me know in the comments what you think about the possible alien invasion. Will it be a good thing? Will it be a bad thing? And then a good thing, will it be just a good thing you want to see Independence Day happening in real life? Yeah, let me know. Would be super happy to hear about it. And just as a short note in the end, I believe we don't need an alien invasion for the humanity to unite and to make sure that the world is prospering, because there is enough for everyone. And yeah, if we would just work more together as different countries, then the world will be a much better place instead of just competing, having all this unnecessary wars. Yeah, let's unite. And this is also my vision as a leadership trainer, as a person whose mission is to bring better leadership to the world, is for countries to talk more with each other and to coach leaders of this world to make sure that they're actually are able to drive countries in a positive way and to leverage more on collaboration and contribution towards each other, rather than starting wars and doing different kind of useless conflicts and have this ideological wars, Cold War, etc. So this is my vision for the world. Thank you very much for watching, and see you around.